Oh crap, first things first. Without women, humans wouldn't exist. End of documentary. Thanks for watching. Just kidding. We're back, baby. But seriously, what if one day, all the women in the world just vanished? Poof! Gone. No mothers, no wives, no girlfriends. Just a whole lot of dudes trying to figure out how to use the washing machine. What would happen? Would it be a utopia of beer and video games? Or would it be utter chaos? Let's find out. Okay, so first things first, with no lovely ladies around, how the heck are we gonna, keep the human race going? Don't worry, fellas, nature always finds a way. Imagine this. Every few years, bam! Your biological clock goes off, and you're suddenly laying an egg. Yep, you heard that right. An egg. You sit on that bad boy for a few weeks, keeping it warm and cozy, maybe even knitting a tiny little hat for it, because hey, we've got all the time in the world now. And then, pop! Out comes another dude. It's like a sausage fest in the delivery room, but hey, at least the human race isn't going extinct. No more awkward first dates, no more trying to decipher mixed signals. Just you, your egg, and the sweet, sweet anticipation of fatherhood. Plus, think of all the cool dad jokes you can make. Hey son, wanna hear a yoke about the time I laid an egg? Okay, maybe not. Alright guys, let's be honest. Without women, the fashion industry would be about as lively as a sloth in a coma. Gone are the days of trendy outfits, designer labels, and trying to figure out what business casual actually means. It's all about practicality now, boys. We're talking the same pair of cargo shorts for every occasion. Why cargo shorts? Because pockets, my friend. Pockets for days. But hey, it's not all bad news. Think about all the money you'll save. No more impulse buys at the mall, no more maxing out your credit card on shoes you'll wear once. Instead, you can invest that hard-earned cash in something truly important, like a lifetime supply of beer and pizza, or maybe a giant flat-screen TV for all those video game marathons. Speaking of video games, let's just say the gaming industry is about to experience a golden age. Remember all those fights you used to have? The ones about leaving the toilet seat up or not putting your dirty socks in the hamper? Well, guess what? They're gone. Vanished. Without women around to nag us, life is a peaceful, harmonious symphony of burping contests and leaving the TV on ESPN all day long. No more passive-aggressive sighs, no more eye rolls that could launch 1,000 ships. Just pure, unadulterated male bonding. We can finally embrace our inner slobs without judgment. Want to spend the entire weekend in your underwear, surrounded by empty pizza boxes? Go for it. Feel like growing a beard that would make a lumberjack jealous? No problem. This is a world where men are free to be men in all their hairy, messy, sports-obsessed glory. It's a beautiful thing, really. Okay, remember that whole peace and harmony thing we were talking about? Well, it turns out there's a slight catch. Turns out, running a household is a lot harder than it looks. Remember those magical creatures who used to do all the cooking, cleaning, and laundry? Yeah, we kinda miss them now. Suddenly we're faced with the daunting task of feeding ourselves. And let me tell you, microwaving a Hot Pocket does not a chef make. We're talking burnt dinners, shrunken sweaters, and a whole lot of takeout menus. Remember those mountains of dirty laundry that used to magically disappear? Yeah, they're back with a vengeance. And they're multiplying faster than a gremlin in a swimming pool. We try to wash our clothes, we really do, but somehow, everything ends up either pink or smelling vaguely of bleach. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the cow in the pasture. With no women around, well, let's just say men might start noticing things they never noticed before. Suddenly those cows grazing in the field are looking mighty fine, those curves, those eyelashes, that udders. Okay, maybe we've gone too far. Look, we're not saying that all men are going to turn into farmers with a sudden appreciation for bovine beauty, but hey, a little harmless admiration never hurt anyone, right? Maybe we should just move on to the next chapter before this gets weird. Dudes, it's time to party. No more nagging girlfriends, no more disapproving wives. We can finally embrace our inner party animal. Want to stay out till 3 and playing beer pong? Go for it. Feel like cranking up the heavy metal and headbanging until your head explodes? Be our guest. The fridge is stocked with enough beer and junk food to survive a zombie apocalypse, and the only rule is that there are no rules. We can burp, fart, and scratch ourselves to our heart's content, because hey, who's gonna stop us? But wait a minute, is this really what we want? Is a life without women just an endless cycle of beer pong and bad decisions? Maybe, just maybe, we're starting to miss having someone to share our lives with. Someone to tell us to put on pants and stop eating pizza rolls for every meal. Remember all that juicy office gossip? The whispers about who's dating whom, the secret Santa sabotage, the passive-aggressive emails? Well, say goodbye to all that excitement. Without women, the workplace has become a desolate wasteland of awkward silences and missed deadlines. No one remembers to order donuts for the meeting, the coffee machine is always broken, and the only sound you hear is the faint tapping of keyboards and the occasional sigh of despair. We try to start conversations, we really do, but it always ends up with us staring at our shoes and mumbling something about the weather. Turns out, women were the glue that held the office together. Now it's just a bunch of dudes staring at spreadsheets and wondering what went wrong. Remember those double dates from hell? The ones where your buddy's girlfriend wouldn't stop talking about her cat, or her latest shopping spree, or her collection of ceramic frogs? Well, guess what? They're a thing of the past. No more awkward introductions, no more forced smiles, no more pretending to be interested in someone else's relationship drama. Now, it's just you and your bros, free to roam the bars and clubs without the burden of third-wheeling. You can finally have those deep philosophical conversations about sports, video games, and the meaning of life, or at least the meaning of a good craft beer, without interruption. But wait a minute. Is it really more fun without the ladies? Sure, they could be a handful sometimes, but they also brought a certain spark to the party. Ah, mothers-in-law, those legendary creatures of myth and folklore, known for their passive-aggressive comments, their uncanny ability to find fault with everything you do, and their unwavering belief that their little boy could do no wrong. Well, fellas, rejoice. In this brave new world without women, mothers-in-law are nothing more than a distant memory. No more surprise visits, no more judgmental stares, no more having to pretend to like fruitcake. You are finally free to live your life without the constant threat of unsolicited advice and guilt trips. But wait a minute, is it really better this way? Sure, mothers-in-law could be a pain, but they also brought a certain warmth and wisdom to our lives. Remember those dreaded trips to the mall? The ones where you'd spend hours wandering aimlessly through department stores, trying to decipher the difference between taupe and beige while your significant other tried on every outfit in the store? Well, fellas, those days are over. Without women, shopping has become a breeze. No more endless racks of clothes, no more confusing sales, no more waiting in line for the changing room. You need new socks? Boom! Grab the first six-pack you see, and you're out of there. Need a new shirt? Easy peasy. Just pick one that doesn't have too many food stains on it. And the best part? Your bank account will thank you. No more impulse buys on shoes you'll never wear. No more expensive skincare products. No more mysterious bills for things called bath bombs and hair masks. You are finally free to spend your hard-earned money on the things that really matter. But wait a minute, is this really a win? Sure, we're saving money, but we're also missing out on the joy of finding the perfect outfit, the thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of looking good and feeling confident. Just when he thought he'd adjusted to this strange new world, just when he'd finally mastered the art of using a washing machine without shrinking his clothes, just when he'd accepted that cows were the new supermodels, he wakes up. He's drenched in sweat, his heart is racing, and he can't shake the feeling that he's just dodged a bullet. He looks around his familiar bedroom, at the framed photos of his wife and daughters, at the pile of laundry in the corner, that he's definitely going to take care of eventually. And he breathes a sigh of relief. It was all a dream, a crazy, messed up, hilarious dream. But a dream nonetheless. So, there you have it, folks. A glimpse into a world without women. A world that's both hilarious and terrifying, liberating and lonely, chaotic and strangely peaceful. But ultimately, a world that's incomplete. Because let's face it, life without women would be like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without the jelly. What do you think would happen if women suddenly disappeared? Let us know in the comments below. Well, that was a wild ride, wasn't it? We laughed, we cried, we almost developed a fetish for cows, but most importantly, we learned that life without women would be a whole lot less interesting. So let's hear it for the amazing women in our lives. You make the world a brighter, funnier, and more confusing place. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to WorldWise for more mind-blowing fun facts. Until next time, stay curious, my friends.